All right, good afternoon, brothers and sisters. Today is January 24th, 2017, and I'm here to share a dream with you guys. Now, first, when I prayed over this, the Lord did give me a word. He said that anything that is not personal dream, that I am to share that. He said that I am his mouthpiece and to make these movies. He said, many are afraid. Well, actually, this part here I want to say is when me and my prayer partner were praying again this morning, Joni, she got a word from the Lord. And what he said was, many are afraid. They are turning to the church, but they are being deceived with truth mixed with lies. He said, and that's what Satan does. He mixes truth, a lot of truth with a little bit of lie. And so he said that I am to speak only the truth. He said that some may not want to hear it. Because it doesn't feel good, but my job was to encourage, lift, and to warn when necessary. So this is just kind of a confirmation of what I was shown back at the beginning, that my job was to, share the dreams, the things that he shows me, to encourage people. Okay, he also said that sin in the church is as bad as in the world. So, in the dream that I had lines up with this pretty good. So basically what he wanted me to share with you this morning is... what he showed me was, he showed me this huge house out in the middle of nowhere. But what this house represented actually was the church, the world, okay? Because in this big, huge place, there was partying, there was drinking. The sins that he showed me that were, that stood out was the partying, the, drinking, getting drunk, and the sexual immorality. There was a lot of, and it was hidden, okay? So these are the main things that he pointed out that was going on in this place. It was a huge place. Basically, what he showed me in this dream was, he showed me that the two witnesses have just come out of hiding. Now, God's timing's not our timing, so, did this literally happen last night as he showed me? I don't know. He could be just simply saying that this is about to happen. But what I saw was these two men that had been hidden and kept secret in this, it was like a little trailer. It actually looked like one of those little U-Hauls that you can pull behind your car. They're really small. But in one of these were two men that had been hidden, okay? They were been hidden away all this time. And when I walked, surrounding this house was just all hills, and everything was snow covered. So as I walked down this hill, I saw these two men. I saw the one man had gotten out and was standing and talking to people. And then I literally watched as the other man was just coming out from being hidden. And he was kind of blinking. So it was all just symbolic that these two have been hidden. And he just finally came out of this place that the Lord had been keeping him safe. So as they were standing there, I was with some other people. I was talking to them. And I gave the one guy, his name was Russell, I gave him a huge piece of meat. I don't know why. It was just kind of a strange thing. But anyways, their names were Marshall and Russell. So after I did this, I went back into the house. Now, I forgot to mention, I'm sorry I'm goofed up today, but in the first part of the house, I was kind of hidden, like down below, but I could watch everything. All right, so after I talked to these two men, I went back in the house. And I don't know what I was doing. I was just talking to somebody. And then, it seemed like a little bit of time went by. And I walked back out on the porch because in front of this house was a huge deck, the biggest deck I've ever seen. Well, when I walked back out on this deck, there was a woman there, and she said, Rhonda, do you see those two men that you were talking to? And I said, no. And she pointed up to the hill, and I turned around and looked up, and they were now completely dressed in the sackcloth, the stuff they would wear in the Bible, those kind of robes. It wasn't a nice robe. It was, it looked like sackcloth. And around their waist was rope. They had a rope tied around their waist. They were both sitting at a desk, like a desk that you would see in school, and they were facing this house. So they were watching and seeing everything that was going on. So the thing that was really interesting about this dream, if you just want to cut out all the little stuff, was basically I saw the two witnesses that they have been in hiding. They just came out. By the end of the dream, they were dressed and ready to go. Now, what I'm going to tell you is this, and this is just my thought. I did do a big study on this morning, but it seemed to me like they were just two regular men. But they will be, the Lord will maybe put maybe like the spirit of Moses on one, the spirit of Elijah, or maybe it just may be the Lord's spirit. I don't know. But what I found interesting, and I think you guys will find interesting too, is I looked up the meaning of their names. Russell means the red-haired one. Marshall, his name represents two Hebrew words, and it's called Kopher, C-O-P-H-E-R. Now, you can find this in Judges 5:14 in the Bible, and the meaning of this is, they that handle the marshal's staff. Well, I immediately thought of Moses, because Moses always carried the staff. So in Judges 5:14, the very last line says, those that wield the staff of office. So this was just showing me that these two will be given the authority to carry out this job, this mission. And we all know that what the two witnesses will be able to do. You know, they'll be able to make it rain when they want. They could, you know, fire. They're going to be able to do anything they please for 1,260 days, which is a times and a half. And this is at the beginning of the tribulation. This is when they will do their ministry work along with the 144,000, which are going to be sealed. These are going to be basically like the apostles. They're going to be going, and they also will be sharing the good news. Now, the reason for all this, which I believe, is because the bride will not be here. The church will not be here. And I think if you know your Bible and you read in Matthew, you can see how these things all line up. Okay? So, like in 2 Thessalonians, it showed that when Paul was talking to the apostles, they thought they missed the rapture, and he said, no. First it will be a falling away, and then the son of perdition will be revealed. I believe how he will be revealed is because he will be signing a 7-year peace treaty. We know this. We know that Israel is our timepiece, okay? So we need to keep an eye on that. She will be surrounded by her enemies. And the Antichrist will be the one that will sign the 7-year peace treaty, okay? We will know that. And then when that is fulfilled, that is when the bride, the church, will leave. And that is why the 144,000 will be marked and sealed, because they will be the ones that will be going all over the world spreading the good news. And then we have the two witnesses that will be in Jerusalem doing what they're going to be doing. So I just found this whole thing very interesting. This is telling me, again, this is just, I think, the Lord warning us, showing us what is ahead of us. I do not know the timing, of course, but I do believe this is exactly what this dream meant. And a lot of times the dreams is the gift that God gave me, and I don't like to talk about stuff like this, but a seer. And what he does is he shows me things. I can see things. All right, I see pictures. I see you know, things that are about to come or that are happening. So this is what I was shown. Again, I'm just going to ask you guys to please pray for discernment, because I am human. So pray for discernment over this, and I plead the blood of Christ over this message and over every single one of you guys. I pray for you and your families, okay? And I do find this very encouraging. And like I said, you guys don't have to believe everything I say. Some things are my own thoughts, as in, like the two witnesses, a lot of us have our own ideas who we think they are. But to me, I felt like they were going to be just two ordinary men that have been kept hidden away, but they will be infilled with the spirit of possibly Moses, possibly Elijah. I don't know. Some people think that those two will actually come down and do that. Like I said, you guys, I'm just telling you what I saw. And it was very clear in the word from the Lord this morning that I was to share this. And this message is for those that have ears to hear. He said that I am to come on here to speak the truth. And some people will not like it because it doesn't make them feel good. Or maybe they get frightened. I don't know. So please just pray for discernment over this. And just know that I really do care about you guys. I love you guys. And I don't come on here unless I do get a word like that from the Lord. For the last 2 or 3 dreams have been personal for me. The inner healing that the Lord is doing in me, and showing me family members that I really need to pray for as of this moment. So that's basically what I've been up to. So I love you guys. I really do. And I just pray that this encourages you. And do some studying if you want. This is what I've been doing. Do some studying on that, and pray for discernment, and ask the Lord to lead you and guide you and to help you out. And please share your comments. All right? I love you guys.